Friends, countrymen, Roman, good people of the internet. We are back here. We are in the Theater 6 in the home of the Exotic Atascadero. My name is Danny.
And I'm Savanah.
We're here today to talk about the movie Backrooms. Ooh. Scary. Ooh. So we're going to get right into this YouTube phenomenon that was short films that they stretched into a way too artsy schmartsy movie.
Yeah.
Savanah, tell me, what did we just watch?
Well, Backrooms is what we just watched, and
That's it.
that's it.
There were some rooms. They were in the back. They were very artsy schmartsy. This, for me, was a miss, okay?
Yeah.
I imagine the director with his little black beret. No offense if you wear black berets. Kind of a little bit of offense. And little pencil mustache and his long cigarette. He's like, oh, more art. Oh, this is great. More art. Make it weirder. It was unique. New York.
Yeah.
Unique
Oh, there
New
you go.
York.
Oh, look at you.
Yes.
A little vocal stem. Yeah, I had quite the little snooze. And I wasn't the
She's in her
only
Mimi.
one.
She went Mimi's.
I went full Mimi's. And I wasn't the only one that took a little snooze. And I just, so much potential for me.
So much.
So much potential. Loved the liminal spaces.
Liminal. What does that mean? Go ahead and let them know.
According to Luke, it is when there are spaces that aren't meant for you to actually be in.
Like this theater.
Yeah.
Right now, after we've watched it.
Through them. You know what? You can Google it. You have a phone in your hand.
Liminal.
Liminal.
Yes.
Not luminal with a U. Liminal with an I.
I think we should kick off talking about Backrooms.
We should.
We should indeed. Absolutely.
We should talk about the movie that we just watched.
That was something else.
How much do you love the color yellow now?
You visit our theater. It's a beautiful place. You go and visit the Backrooms and then walk out into that theater, you're going to feel a little uneasy.
Especially
afterwards.
when there's like no one else around, like the theater's empty. Come see this movie at night and then walk out with all the yellow walls everywhere. Because that's
really,
fun.
Yeah, it gets you to that point where you're kind of drawn out of reality quite a bit. So
Yep.
you're going back into it. You're going, am I here right now?
Right? And
Or
this
am I
is
just- am I still stuck in there?
right? This is the perfect place to see this movie.
It really is, yeah.
We
absolutely.
really just created Colony Cinemas for Backrooms. That's what we did.
I can see this place being recreated in the Backrooms.
You're
as it
right?
is, yeah.
Exactly. I would say what I think this movie did really effectively is that I felt more unnerved after the movie was over than when I was watching it.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I think like the biggest takeaway for most people is it's like a movie did its job when it made you feel some way.
Yes.
And yeah, unsettled.
Oh, very.
Definitely just kind of uncomfortable altogether.
Yes.
But also intrigued, because it kind of breaks through that, like just the basic consciousness of things. So you're
Yeah.
like, wow, I'm putting way too much into question now. And I kind of don't like it.
Right.
But it was really good.
Yeah.
It was really good how it did that.
There was a bunch of stuff strewn together that kind of made a little bit of sense, kind of had way more left open for questioning, and then the credits.
I hate that.
Me too.
I hate an open, loose plot. And I'm like, just give me a start, middle, and end. It's like a Tarantino film, except worse.
Not good.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, except bad. And I think we have to talk about the pacing.
Oh,
Everything was paced.
if they would have moved
Poorly.
any faster, they would have been asleep. So she got it. That's a good one. It
funny.
was slow to slowest
Yeah.
to slower. It had like two juicy parts, but altogether, like I look at a movie like you're at a restaurant and there's a appetizer, there's a main part. Oh, you get your dessert and you get the check and you're out. This one, you show up to the restaurant and they're like, hey, it's not even a restaurant.
We've got scraps.
Yeah, and we don't even know what they are.
Yeah. Do
So,
your best.
Enjoy
Yes.
or don't enjoy, but it's up to you, or it's not up to you.
I think that there is something to be said about the pacing of this film, which I think is my only like kind of knock to
Takeaway.
it, is that I appreciated how slow it was, but I feel like it needed to be sped up like 2 to 3 hairs, because I feel like I was left a little too long in moments where I was almost like to the point of almost coming out of being unsettled, because I was like, this is just taking a touch too long. So I think that was a thing for me that was a bit of a negative. But if you're talking about really full sending a vibe, like they were like, everything is slow. Everything is slow. The way we're talking, the way we're walking, even like the fast moments that were supposed to be more intense had a like slow, there was like slow canterings as opposed to people running. They really full sent the vibe of this is a slow movie that takes its time.
Thematically speaking, they really stuck with the slow bit.
They really
You know,
did.
which like is
Yeah.
it worked in a way.
It did.
I think the other interesting thing too is during even those parts that were kind of like meant to be faster, but they weren't. They
Right.
played fast, daunting kind of music to
Right.
kind of help simulate that hurriedness a little bit more. And it's not to say that there was nothing to be afraid of, because there was plenty.
Oh, yeah.
But in a place like the Backrooms that kind of just looks like a house of mirrors, where the hell are you going to go next? You don't know.
You don't
It's kind
know.
of just turning a corner, and if it's dark, go the other way.
100%. It was very like, you know, doors in the ceiling, doors in the floor, weird alleyways.
Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland on acid,
Yeah.
very much. If you've ever been to the Winchester Mystery House,
Yes. big
very
time.
much those vibes of just like, where am I? Why is there a random staircase that goes
I was
nowhere?
going to say doors just going to nowhere.
Yeah, just doors that go to nowhere.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Mhm.
I think you're into horror the way I am. Of like, I
Love it.
like the slashers. Like I like the knifey, the
Yeah.
stabbies, the blood, the gore, the screaming, the ooh, and it just wasn't giving. It wasn't giving horror. It was giving
Weird. Unique.
odd,
Yes.
which is fine. That's fine.
We welcome it until it's this movie.
Then we shun it
Yep.
and we fall.
shoo it away.
We take a little night nap.
Yep.
But yeah, just the pace of it was so slow. From just like the pacing to the actual physical act of walking slowly, talking slowly. The whole thing was just so slow. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, except for the beginning where
Right.
I was having Cloverfield flashbacks.
Yep.
And I'm
Lots
like,
of found footage.
and I was like, I think I actually felt sick to my stomach. So if you have a motion issue,
This
just
is not- yes.
beware of that, because I
Napkin eyes.
felt my tummy turn, and like Simon was saying, he's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, I'm like, this might be it.
I'm gonna bring up a couple of parts that did like the stylized furniturization of the whole thing. Neat. 1992, very cool.
Great time period.
All right, colorization, very cool. It brought in this and that to otherwise a sucky movie.
Yeah.
And that's really all I've got on the good parts.
It was there. It was just out of reach for
Yep.
me. Like it could have, if we stayed in one certain area that I did like, and that would have followed through, I would have been like, I'm here.
right.
I'm enjoying it. But it just didn't. It went here, and then it went, whoop.
So we're
Different
going to rate this out of Sleeping Savannahs. I'm going to give it 1 Sleeping Savannah out of 15.
Out of 15. Wow,
Yeah.
what a rating scale.
I know. I stretched it out just like this movie was stretched
Yeah,
out.
yeah. I'm a 1 to 10 girly girl.
Cool.
So I'm gonna give it a 2.
Okay, that's
2
generous.
yeah, it was 2 sleeping salves, mainly because I feel like it's not fair that Psycho Killer got a 1.
Duh.
You know what I mean? Psycho Killer got a 1.
Yeah.
If not a 0, really. And I feel like this did better than that. It definitely had me wanting to see what was coming. I was like, what's coming next?
Until
and then
you didn't.
until I was like,
Sleep's coming next.
and that's how it was the whole time, just like in and out. Like I'm up. And like the interesting parts, I dozed during the most interesting part of
You
the
missed
movie.
it.
And I was just like this.
Missed the bus.
Like one eye open, I'm like,
Go
yeah,
screw
that
it.
happens.
She's down.
Yeah, that happened. And I'm like in and out literally the whole time. Maybe I'll get a snack. And I'm like, okay, we're done.
So the last takeaway, no Satan.
No Satan.
Hey,
You couldn't see the X, but it was there.
we don't even have cups right now to cheers. We're gonna fake cheers for a sucky movie. All right.
I really did appreciate the set design of this film. The set design was insane. Like, and because the movie's so slow, you really get to like sit with each set and really kind of watch how it's all put together. And I think that is like the one thing that was not skimped on in this film is the set design and the
100%.
color theory. And also the movie's set in the early 90s, I
92
think.
is what
Yeah.
it is?
And they like really full send that you feel like you're watching a movie that was made in the 90s.
It's very dated,
Yeah.
for sure. But this movie is also like it's for the youth of today. And that's
Yeah.
where I have to just kind of segue into, for the gamers especially, if you've played the Backrooms games, that's everything right there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that didn't even know it was a game or that haven't played it before,
Me.
but you might still enjoy it, especially
Yeah.
if you see those viewpoints and just those special moments that really stand out. But from the gamer perspective, they hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
They made the Backrooms look so much just like you've seen in those games, but they took it one step further. A lot of the TikToks that you see even that show you like those places that you've almost seen in your dreams, but you've never actually seen it in real life. Weird like restaurants to pools to playgrounds and
Yeah.
stuff. Like they kind of collectively like mashed that in there. So I think, that was really good on their part, kind of catering to that that demographic, so to say.
100%. And then I think on the flip side too, like as somebody who like was growing up as a kid in the 90s,
Yeah.
a lot of those things that I saw in that film were straight out of my childhood. Like I was, like 4 or 5 when like this, and I remember like those Christmas trees. I remember that kind of stuff.
So
and so it was just like, oh, like this is my childhood on acid.
it feels like
Yeah.
familiar in a way,
Yeah.
especially for those of you like who were born like throughout the 90s, maybe like even just before, because even
Yeah.
for myself, I feel like seeing some of that furniture, I know I had some of that in my house.
Oh,
growing up as
100%.
well, so,
Like I even said, oh, there's the oak furniture because there was so much oak furniture in my childhood home growing up. I was like, yeah, pretty sure we had that
Yeah.
and that. Yeah.
that was like my grandma's house.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
so trippy, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, like really, really enjoyable. If you are a fan of the game, you're probably going to enjoy the movie as well.
Yeah, and
Pretty
if
confident to
you're
say.
just a fan of like really artistic movies, like I don't think it's the horror movie I thought I was going to get, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So if it came to rating this out of how many Backrooms,
How many Backrooms would I give this?
considering they're infinite, but if we just had to,
Okay, but how many Backrooms are we like? Because we can't infinite Backrooms.
you want to go 5 or 10?
I mean, I feel like they went really weird numbers, so let's go 10.
It's true. You
Let's
really
go
threw
10.
us off with that. I
Yeah,
don't know what to do with
Tanny
that, so.
really went 15, and I was like, what?
Like, oh,
What?
that was the biggest number.
He was like, I just want this 1% that I'm giving it to be so minute. I say 10. Let's do out of 10 Backrooms.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a solid 5.5 out of 10.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, like
pretty
I
good, yeah.
enjoyed it. Would I watch it again? I'm not sure, but will it stick with me? Will shots from this film stick with me forever? Yeah.
It's a 50-50 for me as well, but I would definitely give it like a 7.2 out of 10.
Ooh.
Rounding,
okay.
especially more for again, just like the gaming lore
Right.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that, which, like playing stuff like that before, playing games like pools and all of that other just weird, trippy kind of shit on Steam that, a lot of you will know about.
Right.
That really did it for me. And next to that too, like we were speaking thematically, the colors, how they designed the rooms in the set. I still have no
Yeah.
idea how they did it because it was so vast.
It blows
But
my mind.
It was seamless
Like,
too.
yeah.
It was incredible from that aspect. But again, I do agree with the pacing. Now, granted, in the game, you do have a sprint button, but you get fatigued and you have to wait for it to reload. So I don't know if that's kind of like where they were going with that.
Okay.
But I almost feel like that was their way of incorporating that in there because you have to like keep your wits about you. Otherwise, you're going to die.
Perfect.
So yeah, definitely a solid like 7.2 out of 10. And my biggest thing is, again, the pacing. So even though it's like, yeah, maybe we could have hit that sprint button just a little bit more
Yeah.
at some points, but when it picks up and it's
It
crazy.
does.
So yeah,
I
definitely
think
worth a
it's
watch.
something that a lot of people are going to be talking about for a long time.
Most definitely. Absolutely.
And not everyone's going to agree, as we have clearly seen.
No.
I feel like we were all watching a completely different movie. And I think good movies sometimes are made to make a whole group of people have different opinions.
This is true, yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely worth the watch. Lots of different takeaways
Yep.
here. So go see it for yourself.
Yep.
Check it out. See how you like it.
And I've been Christianna,
I've been Simon.
and we'll see you at the movies.